Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. I wanted to give you a tour of my sketchbook. I've been doing this on Instagram for quite a while now. But there you only had like 30 seconds at the beginning, and which felt way too short. So let me just tell you a bit about how I sketch and what I was thinking while sketching. Maybe, I don't know, I'll just go through it. I started the sketchbook on the 15th of June, and I had a tradition of doing a welcoming sketch to my sketchbook at the beginning, and I sort of took it up this time again. And I think I'll carry on with that again. I don't know, maybe. Yeah, so doing lots of different media here. This one was with a watercolor pen from Pentel, which I filled with ink, sepia ink, diluted sepia ink. So I like using that. I didn't do this that much in the sketchbook, just these two, I think, or maybe a couple more. But I actually liked it. But the paper isn't that good for this kind of technique. And it turns out a bit blotchy. I'm not that big of a fan. Yeah, so just doodles. I think I had a couple of drawings just from photographs as well, or just drawing myself on the couch. And I always draw myself when I don't know of what else to do. So here you can see people sketching people on the train, reading stuff. I think these characters weren't on the train. I was just playing around with shapes and a bit different character designs. I think this is one of my favorite drawings in the whole sketchbook. I don't know why. It felt fluid and very loose, and it was really done really quickly. But I don't know. It just feels good. I like the movement in it. I like this one too. This one didn't make it to Instagram, so it's also quite nice. I can show this. I mean, I don't show all these portraits I do when on the train or anything, or just here people. I like him because he had really cool hand poses. Sorry that it's so light. The blue doesn't pick up very well, but I like drawing with it because you can always go on top with a different color and define some stuff. Yeah, here you can see it. I started off here with blue too, and then sort of defined the drawing with red pencil. Okay, here's some fineliner girls. I think I was went on Lookbook and got myself drawing some girls. I really don't like these. I'm not good with fine liners, I must admit that. But I should practice that a bit as well. So yeah, here this is done with Copics. You could see that it was like it pressed through the paper. The paper is pretty thick and slick. I don't know how to say it, but I like that when it's doesn't have that much texture. But I don't know. It's not my favorite paper, but toward the end, I sort of started to like it. I didn't like the size of it at the beginning. It's too small. I prefer a bit higher sketchbooks. Even though the long ones are cool as well. And for the train, it's actually quite nice. Here we went to a jazz club, a friend and me. And this was really cool, just drawing the artists, the musicians while playing, and also the people who were watching. Here you can have a sort of, from my perspective, how the room looked. It's very rough, but I had these also on my Instagram. And this is a sketch of a combination of Harry Potter and Pokemon, me playing a lot, and as I don't know, Psyduck always seemed to be my Pokemon, my spirit Pokemon, so I thought a Psyduck Patronus would be fun. Yeah, here, so you can hear I have a drawing session, a live drawing session, and I really like this model. She has a wonderfully voluptuous body, and she made really nice poses. So I liked her. She was all bendy and And they always turn, these are quick poses. I just think this was like just 2 minutes. And I actually prefer them to when it's like 15 minutes or something like that. I always tend to take too much time and not catch the pose properly in that sense. I mean, they're not bad or anything. I just prefer my drawings when they're quicker. And yes, and this was particularly cool too because these were 15-minute sketches, but since she was posing against a mirror, it was a real challenge to get the perspective right and how she sort of stood there and both of the angles. I really liked doing that. That was her idea, which was great. Still more of this session. Yeah, here you can see it still against the mirror. Some of them turned out pretty nice. Yeah, sorry, I won't be flipping the sketchbook around, but I sort of move it. Of course, I move it when drawing, and sometimes I just change that around. So this was done with markers. I prefer markers to fine liners. Here I just try to catch the figures with drawing the shadows more than lines. This is a cool practice which I should do more often because I really like how it turns out, and it's a bit more artsy, but it helps you understand how figures are built, and yeah, I really like this practice. Yeah, so this is in meetings when I don't have to. Long meetings, drawing hands and everything is always great because people move around just doing stuff with their hands, playing around with pens. Yeah, great practice for hands. More hands. And I must say that these sessions always help me. I get so much better. I got so much better in hands the last couple of months. I think just because I've been doing these sessions from time to time, and it really helps. I think this was done in the meeting as well, just scribbling jumps. I was sort of going for extreme perspectives. I'm not completely happy how that turned out, but yeah, it was fun. So this was on the train again. And this was on in a meeting in a cafe with friends. Here's me trying out shiny colors. I think you can see it. It's not that obvious in this, but yeah, you can see how it glitters. Here I had the swatches from the colors. I have to do more with other colors as well. I'll be trying that out as well a bit more. Yeah. You know them, these drawings from my Instagram anyway. Yeah, here my pregnancy drawings. They're really fun. This is very light, but I did the sketch of that again on the computer, so that was also on my Instagram. Yeah. People on the train, a bit more stylized. Well, not them. This was to a song. I sort of had, wait a minute. Yeah, the song was called The Crawler, and I don't know, it inspired me to these two bathing suit ladies, even though you can't see her bathing suit. I like her too. It's just sort of drawing, not sometimes it's a cool thing not to draw everything, that basically her shoulders were that wide, but it implies the rest is implied by the details I did draw. So this is my experience of yeah, well, yes, just this experience, pregnancy. I was actually quite shocked at myself that I posted it because it's a bit embarrassing, but well, that's real life for you. Which this isn't. This is just fantasy, and I really like foxes, and just, I don't know, sometimes there's just pictures which turn up in my head and I draw them then. Yeah, I think this was in a cafe too. People standing, waiting for their milkshake, just people talking. Okay, this is just really junky. Drawings on top of drawings, I don't know. Here's a quick sketch of the sketch on the other page. So here just sort of very, very rough. And then sort of refining it, but I'm not that happy with that one anyway. Yeah, I did the video to this drawing on my YouTube. Well, yes. Obviously on my YouTube. We are on my YouTube, so yeah. Also playing about with styles a bit at the moment. I don't know, I like changing it. I always like changing proportions, styles, how you draw eyes and everything. Sometimes other styles inspire me, and I just sort of try it out. This was a goodbye picture for an intern. Hands again. This was basically done for, I was sort of thinking about how to explain good hand drawings. This was a girl on the bus, which I really liked. I wrote that on my Instagram, that she was sort of gave me such a radiant smile. I fell in love with her. She was so cute. I would have adopted her. Yeah, so, oh, I like him too. This is a very stylized version of the guy on the bus. Oh, this was a bad live drawing session. When I'm not happy, I write stuff like meh. This was really horrible. I don't know what happened there. So this was just the perspective. She was like upside down. For me, drawing a face upside down is really hard. And I don't know, it just didn't work out. Like this one though. They're okay, but I'm not. This wasn't a good drawing session. It was seen from very far from the bottom, and that felt hard to do. These are a bit looser. I like them better, but they're still not brilliant. Here, drawing from photos. I think this was the clothes source, and this was Keiko Lin. I don't know. I have them on my Instagram, and sometimes when they have pretty pictures, I just sketch them quickly. I follow also an Instagram of I Love Great Britain, and there's also always pretty landscape and photos, and I sometimes sketch those too. He's live drawing again, I think. No, this was from, I don't know, some photos on the internet. I like this character. He's quite cool. Didn't post him. I don't know. I just didn't finish it. More character art. I think they were on the. Yes, this was on the bus. I remember. Yeah, this one was on my Instagram too. So it's also here I drew in red, and on top of that I actually I think I started off with the purple and put red on top. It doesn't make that much sense, but it doesn't have to. Yeah, this drawing session, I think this was quite nice. This is just a really cool model. He always does really nice poses. Yeah, no, it's okay. It's an okay session. I had better. Oh, I like this one. This one turned out nice. And these, yeah, I like these ones too. Not perfect. Sometimes I'm not a fan of how I shade when doing live drawing. I don't know. They just turn out weird sometimes. I like this one just because I just sort of sat. I drove to work. I started this drawing, and then the sun was so beautiful, and I basically had to still walk for 20 minutes. But I just sort of sat there and finished up the drawing before I went to work. I mean, I came a bit later, but since work, you can get to work till 10 and then just sort of stay longer. I just sort of took the time to do that because I felt like I needed it. And this was the sketch which I for my the calendar drawing I posted recently. Yeah, so we're coming towards the end. Don't know. Nothing to say about this. Random stuff. These were on my Instagram as well. Here you can see how the pages often look, and then I sort of take drawings away in Photoshop, sort of clean it up a bit, but basically leave the drawings intact. Yeah, all of this was on my Instagram too. Like this drawing session, this was a cool session. I don't know. These turned out nicely. I really like them. Yeah, and I think I'm coming towards the end. Yes, that's it. This is my last sketchbook. Hope you liked it. Bye bye.